Happy Valentine's Day, everyone, but instead of flowers, chocolates, and a card, I want you to think of this video posting as a story about how your customers, your people, your future talent, entire communities, both online and off, can fall madly, deeply in love with your business. It's Valentine's Day. It's the day that honors the memory of a 3rd century Roman saint, Saint Valentine of Terni. And of course, the principles of Valentine's Day, the traditions were established somewhere around the 14th century with Chaucer and when they were telling Canterbury tales. And then after that, it was the traditions of swapping flowers and confectionaries and greeting cards. And here we are talking about how to you spread love in the business air with Melissa Schenk from MS2 Studios here in London, Ontario. And Melissa, there are ways that anyone can make customers absolutely fall madly, deeply in love with your business. And one of the best examples, and I know you're still talking about it, is what happened when you went to Fredericton, New Brunswick to visit with Jim Gilbert, Wheels and Deals Canada's huggable car dealer.
And he truly is huggable. And talk about spreading love, not just on Valentine's Day, but spreading love to each and every one of his customers, literally every day. From not only, it's not just about gifts, it's about how you treat people. I think it starts really with a value system.
Mm-hmm. And no question. And when you look at the parallels between successful relationships and successful businesses, Melissa, that's a great way to start. If you're interested in a long-term relationship with another person, I think it starts with values.
It needs to start with values. And you know what? It's not then the highlight reel. So you're not dating. You're not just kind of going out once in a while and seeing how it goes. If you're in it for the long stretch, the long term, you want to start with what's important to you. How do you want people to know you? How do you want to be remembered? And I think those sorts of things, even instilling a value system within what's important to you, it will mirror into your customers, and it will also allow them that extra, VIP sort of treatment, if you will, to get them to know who you are behind what they see
in terms of the products and services.
Exactly,
yeah. In relationships, let's face it, things like families, religion, finances, all kinds of things that are intrinsic in terms of what we value most as humans. Well, that's true in business, and businesses that have a clear set of values, such as Canada's huggable car dealer, really do a great job at helping, and it's those values that help people fall in love.
Well, and a great example of that too is years ago people have said to me, in speaking engagements, they will say, oh, I want business to be business and personal to be personal. That doesn't exist anymore. And I see that in many posts like Jim Gilbert, for example. What you see is what you get online. He's the real deal, from his posts saying what's happening in downtown Fredericton that weekend to seeing him in his dealership through the week, just wandering through. What you see is what you get.
Tip number 2, make it sizzling and surprising. True in relationships and true in business.
And it's easy to forget to do that. You can be sizzling in the beginning during that highlight reel. That's, where everything is all magical and that.
The googly-eyed face.
The googly-eyed face.
Exactly.
But when you forget that it happens in business too, you get tired, you get other things happen, and you can sometimes leave those things behind. And I always think, if you want to be different, if you want to be untouchable, and you want to be unique and be remembered, you need to constantly separate yourself from that sea of sameness, that sort of gray man effect where, who wants to, I love being different. I love standing out, and I love helping other people stand out. So that's important.
I think if you look at the parallels, you just don't want your business to be the relationship equivalent of dining in front of the TV every single night.
That with a
gets
microwave
old,
dinner.
With a microwave dinner, yeah, exactly. That gets old fast, which is why you've constantly got to innovate, upgrade your facilities. Are they freshly painted? I mean, all of the things that you can imagine that would connect from a relationship to a business. And then number 3, the thing we want to talk about in terms of love in the business air is this idea of in sickness and in health, which is, Melissa, as you know, when times are tough or when things go wrong or the product doesn't work.
Absolutely. And it's easy to leave or to abandon a company or to even yourself. Like, yeah, you know, you said it really, really well with in sickness and in health. You can relate it to even you had something happen in your life recently.
Well, no question. I mean, we're here. We are in terms of Dane and I are looking at a situation where just a few days ago we're both out of town on business, and we had someone come in, a dog walker, wonderful lady. And we ran into an emergency situation, and you talk about sickness and health. How much do we appreciate now Kim, the dog walker, who went out of her way to make sure our Theodore, our Cocker Spaniel, our baby made it to the vet when he was having some struggles, and who knows, it could have been a much more serious issue. But Kim went 40 minutes out of her way to make sure that she, and in that respect, she was truly there for us in sickness and in health. And now, of course, we're eternally grateful. We're her customer for life.
But that really points and paints a picture, though, that when you're in business because you care versus the bottom line and the money factor of it, to me, that's a byproduct. That stuff just comes. But when you truly care about your customers and what you do, Jim Gilbert's a perfect example. Your dog walker is a perfect example. It's they do it because they love what they do. They want to make a difference. And ultimately then, you know what? They're there for the long haul, and you'll remember them.
They're unforgettable. So hopefully some of these ideas in terms of aligning with your values, in terms of keeping it sizzling and surprising, and of course being there in sickness and in health, will help you, think about ways that you can spread love in the business air. Melissa Schenk, thanks so much for doing this.
Thank you so much, and spread it not just on Valentine's Day, but every day.
And hopefully, again, these thoughts from MS2 Production Studios. We call it the Abbey Road of video in Canada. In other words, you get the Abbey Road Studios in London, England for the music business. Here in London, Ontario, Canada, it's MS2 Productions, and hopefully these thoughts will help you recreate and reimagine the business, the brand, the career that you deserve.